Alright. Rainmaker seems to have been fixed in Splatoon 3. Exactly how was Rainmaker fixed in Splatoon 3, you ask? Well, let's check it out. Now, this image shows what Splatoon 2's Rainmaker pedestal looks like. Now, an interesting thing to note about this is that there's only one of them, and that you have so many people, who try and do these crazy strategies to slip around and get to that one, making it hard to stop them from getting to the goal, right? Wouldn't it be easier if there were multiple pedestals, like checkpoints? Well, in this image, Splatoon 3 has seemingly checkpoints. Because look at this thing. It says, take it to the checkpoint, or something along those lines. Now, that is an interesting thing to note because obviously, we have a little clip, but we don't really have much to go on. Other than that little bit we saw, during the Splatoon 2 Direct. Or not 2, bleh, sorry. Splatoon 3 Direct. My bad, slip of the tongue. But anyway, we only have a little bit to go off of based off what the Splatoon 3 Direct taught us. Now, based off that, take it to the checkpoint makes you think, oh, well, it's got checkpoints. So question is, how many checkpoints? Is there one checkpoint and then you get it to the pedestal? Are there two checkpoints and then you get it to the pedestal? What are we talking? I mean, are we talking like, one checkpoint, then you get it to the pedestal? Or are we talking, more? What are we talking about? What do you think? Let me know in the comments your opinion on the matter. Now, I have no idea, but personally, I think it would be insane if there were like, a few checkpoints before you actually get it to the goal, making Rainmaker a little bit trickier to win even in the higher ranks, which is kind of important, in my opinion, because, I mean, it's too easy to get clobbered in ranked mode. In Rainmaker. Way too easily to get clobbered in Rainmaker. I mean, just look at the video I have playing in the background here. I got clobbered and clobbered. I mean, I won a match or two, sure, but I got my fair share of clobberings as well in the video in the background here. Now that is obvious, because if you know me, I'm not very good at Rainmaker. I'm not very good at ranked in general. So, yeah, just, that's just how it is. I'm not very good at ranked in general, let alone Rainmaker. So, obviously, yeah, I'm going to be relieved by anything that would make it a little bit harder to win, because that means it's also harder for your opponents. Even the ones that are better at these ranked modes than you, because that means they have to work that much tougher, that much harder to actually clobber you. They can't just do these fancy slip this way, slip that way, wham, bam, boom, there you go. No. And they can't just do these hard pushes and then bam, they're at the one pedestal in the entire thing. No, no, no. They have to do several giant pushes to get there. And honestly, that's better than having to do like, one solid push to the goal and then bam, you win. No, 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 no. Make them work for it. Okay? Don't make it easy on these pros So they just have to do one solid push and then wham, bam, boom, there you have it. No, make them do one or two solid pushes in order to get to the goal, making it that much more likely that somebody could easily take the Rainmaker from them if they catch them off guard. Which, for me, is a tough spot, because I don't know how to catch people off guard very well. So, that's just me, but for those of you that do know how to catch people off guard, I can say this: it will be a great opportunity, I think, to catch them off guard, Because in this image, Splatoon 2's pedestal, that's easier to get to than in this image, Splatoon 3's, because if you think about it, if this is what we're speculating here in this video, and it is indeed one of 2 or 3 pedestals on the map, meaning you go to one pedestal, it's a checkpoint, as detailed in the little clip we saw in the direct. And then, once you get to the checkpoint, then you put it there, you wait for maybe a second or two, theoretically, and then you're able to take it and go to the next checkpoint, right? So maybe there's 1 or 2 checkpoints, then you get it to the goal, making it that much tougher for you to win. Versus this other image, the Splatoon 2 pedestal, which had a number of different ways you could easily slip off to the goal. You could either do one solid push and get through, or sneak around, like a sneaky Simon, and then go and get to the goal that way. Now, let me know your opinions on the matter, because I'm curious. Which one do you think would prove easier? Splatoon 2's Rainmaker or Splatoon 3's Rainmaker? Personally, I think Splatoon 2's will prove easier, because if there are 1 or more checkpoints in Splatoon 3's Rainmaker, like in this image here, seems to suggest Splatoon 3's checkpoints, there could be 1 or 2 checkpoints on the whole map, which is vital, because that would mean it's that much tougher for your opponents to clobber you, right? Because they have to get to 1 or 2 checkpoints before they get to the goal. They can't just push straight to the goal. They have to go checkpoint, checkpoint, goal, or checkpoint, goal. 1 or 2 checkpoints change the game completely, right? And honestly, that's just great for Rainmaker, in my opinion. It's a change of pace completely. I mean, it's insane, because before, as you can see in the video in the background here, it's a lot tougher to get to that goal, because there's only one goal and you have so many people, ganging up on you and stuff. I mean, not that that part would change much, so many people ganging up on you and stuff, but at least it'll be that much harder for them to get to the goal, because then they have to get to a checkpoint or 2 beforehand. So they can't just push straight to the goal. They have to give checkpoint A, checkpoint B, then goal, or checkpoint A, then goal. Now, I don't think there'll be more than 2 checkpoints. I think there'll be 2 max, 1 minimum, because this says take it to the checkpoint. And if it's what we're thinking, then it could mean we're only dealing with, a strategy change-wise of, take it to the checkpoint, and then you go to the goal. Now, how many checkpoints? Like I said, 1 minimum, 2 max, because I don't think they do 3. I think if they did checkpoints, like we're theorizing here in this video, then they would do 1 checkpoint or 2 checkpoints maximum. Because I don't think they'd go crazy and do 3. That would be absolutely bonkers. But that's just me. And personally, I think it would be a welcome change to Rainmaker. Because if I know one thing, Rainmaker in Splatoon 2, tough. Rainmaker in Splatoon 2, really tough cookie. Okay? Splatoon 3's Rainmaker needs a change, and I think checkpoints would be a great opportunity for that change. It would really change up the meta, you know? Because then you've got, you're forced to go straight to the checkpoints instead of allowing you to go, from Rainmaker straight to the goal. You're forced to go to the checkpoints, which is ideal, as far as the meta is concerned, because that changes the strategy and makes it harder to win, which makes it a real challenge, It's better that way, right? It really tests your skill instead of pros being able to skate by just one hard push and then wham, bam, boom, you're at the goal. No, 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 no. Now the pros really have to work for it, if there are indeed checkpoints. But let me know what you think about this in the comments. I'd like to hear your opinions. And who knows, I may even respond to a few of them. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments. Well, that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Ta-ta!